nice 3.5-year-old bucks, but we I had to wait a while this morning. This stand's been in here a couple of years, and the reflectors were gone off of it. I kind of struggled finding it. Found it. I was within 20 yards of it the whole time, could never see it. As you guys will see, there's a ton of tree cutting that went on in here. Tops and blowdowns and stuff just all through. But we got a big creek to our right. Got corn on the other side of the creek. It's probably 80 yards to the creek. Give or take. It kind of winds up through here, but this is a long, skinny stretch of timber to the north and south of us. Got good corn. While I was setting up the camera, had a little buck come in here, and he's been sniffing around us all morning. He finally just eased off. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, let it get a little bit better daylight, and I'm gonna rattle. Dustin killed a decent little 8-point yesterday. Rattled him in right at first light, so let it chill out, let it get a little bit better daylight. About another 15 minutes and rattle these horses again. Smoked him. Smoked him. Smoked him. I like that shoulder. Now in a familiar position I've been in the past. Not often, but I've been there before. First couple days I was hunting a property we haven't been on in forever. Wasn't seeing much, then yesterday afternoon in the blink of an eye. Got a 160-inch deer standing in front of me. Start wasting back in. Took a 1/4 shot because he was about to be right up under my tree. And I hit him dead center of the shoulder blade. At the knuckle, right where the absolute worst spot on a deer to hit him. It exploded my arrow. Tracked the deer just a little ways last night. Let him lay. Went back this morning. Ended up jumping the deer. He's not mortally wounded. Never got into the chest cavity. So I've got a poultry cell cam over there. I've got a lot of days left to hunt. If he comes back in there, we'll go back over there. But for now, we're over here on Dustin and Phillip and them's place. Change of scenery. Just trying to let that spot lay, but get a different look. Bruh. Oh, God, hit him out. 4 days later, I hit a limb in Illinois and shoulder shot a deer. On a really bad deflection. He lived. Here's something out in front of me. Could just be a squirrel. Anyways, the deer I lost a couple days ago was maybe 160-inch deer. I can second guess myself a lot. A lot that goes into self-filming, bow hunting in general. Losing those poor deer, which, like I said, one was a long time ago. Anyways, went down Matthew Angus set today midday. He had a new buck show up in the scrape yesterday evening, and it was this morning daylight going back into bed on the back of this property. I feel really confident with the lay of that property and that there really isn't much timber past where Matthew got him going in at. That he's bedded up in there, and that there's a strong chance that that deer can come back out this evening. Me, I'm over here at my buddy's place. Sat here yesterday afternoon. Saw a couple small bugs and does, but that's about it. Got the decoy out back behind us. This is a massive field. If we see something, we want to have a visual. If we have to call to them for them to come to. See if we can make something happen. It's a cold, frosty morning. Saw a little 2-year-old 8-point just a minute ago. Come across the field. He wasn't very interested in decoy. Just kind of soft grunted at him. He looked over at it. Didn't want no part of it. Turkey's been gobbling. Wind's pretty calm. I'm about to tickle these bones. There's definitely some horns clashing together. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh my God, that happened so quick. Oh my God. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You've reached out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What a whirlwind of emotions this week. That's the same shot I took on the deer the other day. 1:45. What a giant. What a giant. What a giant. I told you guys I'd heard rattling, fighting. Oh, man. Oh my God, that happened so quick. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Alright guys, well we know we ain't got to really do a recovery on him because we saw him go down in the field right back there. There's a decoy, there's a stand set up, but just to recap before I go get the truck. So of course I was up in here this morning and I'd heard them fighting back over in here, and you can see there's a gap, a land bridge. That's a creek that runs through there, a little ditch. There's a land bridge that comes over. Well, when they were fighting, I was rattling and stuff, trying to get whatever was in there to come out to me. A doe come across that land bridge, and we saw her. She come through and went over here. And I grunted some more and rattled some more and didn't see nothing. I believe the GoPro was rolling the whole time. I don't think I ever actually cut it off. And I can't remember if I sat back down or what, but I heard corn stalks breaking. And he was out here about 100 yards. He looped up, I snort wheezed, and he cut across, and I shot him somewhere right up in here. And I'm colorblind. Of course, it's still early. It's a little after 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, here's my arrow. So I didn't get a pass through, but I got almost every bit of it in him. I'm running out of arrows, guys. I've been debating on getting a new bow, been debating on getting a new setup, and man, he took off hard, looped out here in this field, and then he cut back over here and kicked the bucket. I thought I'd hit him a touch high, but I'm a good bit up in that tree. It was a 20-yard shot. Had my pin set for 25. But nonetheless, he's dead. He didn't go. I had to have double lunged him internal. I'm not even going to look for blood. I'm sure the air is still inside of him. Man, what a whirlwind of events. Lose a deer, giant. Probably a deer better than this deer, actually. But this is a no-doubter. Shout out to my boy, Dre, for the help. Man. There he is. Oh, mainframe 9-point. A lot bigger on his left than he is on his right. He's got hair all stuck in his antlers. I think he must have been got a couple little sticker points back there. The old sever got in there and did some work on him. Thick beams, even on this smaller side, he's got real thick, heavy beams, good brows. Just a real solid Midwest deer. I just had to guess right off the bat. I'd say probably pushing 140-inch deer, maybe a little better. His right side's a good bit weaker than his left, but this side's a little weak. This side's obviously a strong side, but I don't really care. Solid, big body, mature deer. Probably a 4.5-year-old deer. Put that in there so I can find it. He obviously, when he laid down out here, he flopped around for a little bit. I'm gonna guess, I don't see an exit. I'm gonna guess it's up in there somewhere. And while he was running, it was doing work, but he's got a bunch of little gnarliness going on. Like I said, he's got a couple little backside points, but oh, whew, what a old bully buck, man. People ask about a decoy, and I don't know, I've always said, you know, back where we're from in Mississippi, it's not really conducive. They don't really, our deer aren't that aggressive. You'd scare way more than you'd kill. But up here, these Midwest deer, especially this time of the year, it's just game on. I mean, you can't beat it. It's just incredible. The rut in the Midwest is something that everybody loves deer hunting. It's just great. Every deer hunter should experience it. It's phenomenal. If you've never had an opportunity to go hunt Missouri, Kansas, Illinois, Iowa, Ohio, Indiana, any of these Midwestern states, figure out what you need to do to be legal to get it done and get there. You know, 75-degree high today was what the high was going to be. But we ain't got to worry about that. We're going to be skinning deer. This is where he come out of, just a little thick ditch. There's a truck. I mean, she's parked over there. He's dead right there. 300 yards, truck to buck. This will be my new saying. Well, go get this old truck and break this old setup down and get out of here. let King Matthew take us some phenomenal photographs.